Angeles, and it has been a very exciting one. It really was. I said it from the start, and I've been saying it all day, and they have not proven me wrong.
The very last game we had came down to the absolute wire. And that wire, you could probably cut it with just a little bit of wind from about 10 miles away. That's how tight it was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I hope that
wire.
made sense. Either way.
You know when you're like on the wire and it's like so taut that it's
Yeah.
all right. Well, anyhow,
Cut.
let's take a look at the bracket I've been talking about, what's been going on today, and here it is in your face exactly how it went down. We are in right here in the middle, stab smack. Israel eSports versus Yakuza. Both came in third in their Go 4s. So essentially interregional, and if you go by the numbers, it's an even matchup.
And the loser going to play on Amplified, and I'm not sure anybody wants to play that team the way they looked at the end of today. And so I'm super excited, though, for this game, Israel eSports versus Yakuza.
Here it comes.
It's going to be fun. Zooming in.
There we go. We're going straight to this beautiful stage right here. I'm just going to give you guys a moment to take it in.
Take it all in. Israel, the spleen.
There we go.
Really put the team on his back late in the last game they played today. Tal, Ipolox, and Los, all of them trying
absolutely
to continue their run in the upper bracket.
So as you see that we've got they're playing with a sub right here. So they've got a lot of odd dynamics going on today, and that could be working against them. But they've got this clip right here too. Speaking of odd, of something about strangest place they've played. Guns of Boom. Let's take a look.
We became friends because of the game. So we go out first time, drink a beer and meet each other. But this what make us great players. Advantage that we understand each other much more than other teams. And we use a lot of voice together because we are friends outside. Yeah, we're calling each other every day almost.
Yeah.
Strangest place. For me, it was, I don't know, in toilet after coffee.
After coffee.
There they are. I mean, magical things happen, you know, when you take your mobile device to the toilet.
I agree. There's no better place to play mobile games. I have personal experience with this. All right, that's all I'm saying. I'm right there with these guys. I'm with you, Israel eSports.
There they are. They're just gonna get ready. They're like, it's white, kind of like toilet. Wish I hadn't said that out loud, but it happened, you guys. And here they are getting ready for their second game of the day.
Yeah, and they're just very chill, like they had said on the desk. High energy. Saw them at the end of their last game.
And here's their opponent, Yakuza. Goku, Optimus, J-Master, Thanos, everything this picture is exuding right now is what they bring into their gameplay. So now let's take a look at how they discovered the game Guns of Boom.
I saw the game and I was looking for a CSGO game for mobile, and this game was the first one that popped out. So I downloaded the game, and right after I loved it.
When I broke with my girlfriend, I started playing Guns of Boom because I seen Facebook and see this name Guns of Boom. I said, let me try because I'm bored, you know, and sad a little bit. And I started the game and I see it's fun. My favorite gun now is the Odin. I love that gun. It's really fast.
I mean, if I had to say one weapon, would it be, I don't know if that counts, but Damascus. I mean, I don't know, people have told me that I'm good at it. And I believe it. I mean, every time I play with it, I feel like I'm good at it.
Nice. I mean, that's definitely a booster, self-confidence booster there. If someone's going to tell you you're great at it, then probably are.
Got a rocket, and Odin is a favorite among a lot of pros, so no surprises there. It's just a fast shooting gun. You can do a lot with it. It's just a great assault rifle if you want to go that way. And for Yakuza, it's continuing this run in the upper bracket as the only North American team up here now, as everyone else had gotten knocked out. Can they win this series to play against back-to-back tomorrow in the upper final?
I know, exactly. This is going to be really exciting because what we had seen earlier, their matchups were pretty hyped. I mean, we had Spleen on Israel eSports. I mean, just making these epic plays. And I'm really excited to see that go up against Yakuza in this next matchup, the final one of the day even.
Yeah, and for Yakuza, Thanos had popped off for this team. So, those are kind of the two players I think you definitely want to look out for, the Spleen and Thanos. Both of those guys did so much. But, I mean, what has shown us for the teams that we've seen twice today, like there's always somebody else that seems to come up and pop off at any given moment. And so everybody on these teams has that it factor, if you will, in some of these maps where they just go off and they just have themselves quite a game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have your main slayers and the ones that just really seem to wrangle everyone in and just happens to hone in on what's going on with the map. But of course, it is a team-based game. So of course, if you can support your teammates to be able to make epic plays, then do it. And especially in this Guns of Boom game, the more kills in a row that you get without dying, I mean, those points are you can make your final point standings very high.
We should go to Skyscrapers.
We should. That's your favorite map. Well, let's see what everyone decided. Maybe
wanted
they
to play
actually
into
banned Skyscraper.
Maybe.
Let's take a look right here.
That'd
What
be
did they
smart.
ban? What did they pick? There it is. They
All right,
banned
Skyscraper's
it.
the first ban. That's fine. That's fine. We don't have to do that. Farming Complex gets picked up, as well as Subway Station. The next bans, we have Europe Square, Military Warehouse, The Saloon, and Europe Streets. Paradise Island being the last pick, so 2 King of the Hill maps potentially being played here, but we will get a control point. We will get a King of the Hill.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all objective-based game modes. So that'll be very interesting because I really feel like those specific game types can swing either way for a team. Just honestly, based on how, I mean, of course, I'm just speaking as to how the game mechanics work regardless. So you're just kind of like, yeah, of course, Lucy, we already know that. But when you're able to get the hills, multiple hills also at once, multiple kills, I mean, you could really just make the difference in points just too much to be able to catch up.
No, absolutely. I mean, a control point, every hill is 2 points per second that you control. So if you control all 3, that's 6 points per second. We haven't seen triple caps a lot. We've seen it a couple of times today, and we just see leads just skyrocket when players can do that. Control point, I think, is really interesting in Guns of Boom because you have 3 points to control with only 4 players. It really forces you to try to prioritize 2 and really hang on to 2. You see even in different games where there's maybe 5 or 6 players, they still do that, try to control 2 points, not try to stretch themselves thin and get that 3rd point. But if you can go for it, you got to be able to manage your resources being your players on control point to understand which points can we take, what is high value, high percentage for us to go for.
Yeah, absolutely. It just depends on where everyone's respawning at in that time frame of whatever the objective hill that you're trying to cap at that very moment. So let's go ahead and fly through our very first map, Subway Station.
And this is King of the Hill, so Subway Station actually the first map of the game. King of the Hill still same style, and we have the augmented reality again, and I love this.
Going for the NA.
Win. We see the yellow and attacking him there, and the game is underway. I love it. The Spleen picks up an early kill tile as well, and they're going to get the first cap here on King of the Hill. Double kill, but a double kill in return for the Spleen. This man popped off once. He can absolutely do it again.
Oh, but unfortunately, we're going to have Yakuza come in and well, they were capped.
They were going.
Hell, yeah. Optimus getting taken out. Grenade kill coming in hot.
Oh, and then another double kill. So a lot of double kills. Thanos picked that up from the grenade on his way out, and then getting sandwiched by J-Master and Goku. Goku picking up another kill. They're going to grab this point, but quickly coming in is Los and Tal. J-Master's low. He somehow survives. They can't push through. Israel annihilated here by Yakuza. The Spleen, he tries to work his way in. He gets one. Thanos gets the kill. He goes down.
I love that push that they just made. Yakuza made. They pushed 4 in. 2 went ahead and kept going further down while the last 2 capped the hill, and they're the holder right now. But unfortunately, Israel eSports coming in hot.
And they're going to find the cap here. No, Thanos comes up back. He gets the killing spree and the double kill. Tons of points to give them a 100-point lead. It was just a 30-point lead a second ago. Again, those multi-kills, the grenade kills coming into play here for Yakuza. Israel trying to make another push. J-Master, he's going to go down. And Yakuza can't hang on to the point. Now Thanos, can he get the point down? He gets 1 kill. He goes down, and they hang on.
They were able to get that. That was amazing. Wiping out. They are out of armor, though, at this point. And so they're going to be dropping lifelines at this very moment. Double kill by Optimus. Those are going to net them some really good points, but unfortunately, Optimus won't be getting a kill spree today.
Tel got a lot of damage out, allowed the trade to come through, but it's Yakuza looking to take control back onto the point. So close right now, a 40-point difference, 50 points, and as you see, King of the Hill, you know, you're going to accrue those points, 3 points a second for as long as you control this hill, and that lead is climbing. Here, Yakuza trying to find their way in, but Israel did not let them, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. Israel, taking the lead right now, because look, they're getting all those kills. Low, got a double kill.
Oh, he got him again! The double kill, was that another knife? I think he knifed him again, and Plex could not pull through, and so hanging on to this lead again. Israel, they have fought for this, about 150 points. They gotta get to 1,000 more. Coming in, there's the kill again. They're gonna cap. This could be the win here.
The closing
Map
line.
number 1, Goku gonna try to come in, diving forward, he dies. Israel eSports take map 1.
Wow, I mean, that was looking like a Yakuza map there for a second, but Israel was able to just find Yakuza's weak point, throw them off their game. They just could not get it back.
No, not at all. And I mean, Yakuza had so many great plays we saw earlier when Israel looked like they had controlled the point. Thanos was like, see you all later, and got a killing spree and a double kill on top of it to get the lead back. But then Israel holding on, getting the cap back, and hanging on to the point for so long and made the lead insurmountable for Yakuza.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is a King of the Hill map for you guys right there. Map number 1. Could be one more map or two last ones of the day. Let's go ahead and kick it over to the desk right now so that I can stop talking.
Much, and Israel eSports taking the first map there on Subway, and it was a real back and forth moment. But again, this is a game that's all about momentum and being able to drive that home. How did Israel keep that up at the end?
It's true. The momentum was insane, and for Israel eSports, it seems like it's their game when they can just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And there's no better place than the Subway King of the Hill map to do just that. Even though Yakuza are the veterans, even though they have Goku, who has been at the EU Invitational, it seems just the pure energy of the Israel team. They just got swept up in it.
All right, and again, this is one of those points where it can be very difficult to try and retake because, Harry, like you had mentioned earlier on in the day, there are lots of narrow choke points. How do you play around those things? What did Israel do to try and win this out?
They changed their style quite a lot. I remember Spleen, when he was here for the interview earlier, he mentioned that in terms of momentum and morale, they sometimes get a bit too hyped and they need to kind of control the energy levels. But you saw they weren't as loud as before. You could say it's more of a strategic aggression going into that. And they always coordinated a little bit better, and they had the numbers as well. So even though this is their first offline event, they're learning as they're progressing, and that's a sign of a very good team.
All right, now Yakuza are down 1-0 in this best of 3. Remember, up until our finals, we are going to be doing best of 3s. So basically, Israel can close this out right now. If there is a sign of hope on the side of Yakuza, who do you look to try and bring it back for them?
It's going to be a tough call, honestly. I've seen some great shotgun plays, which has saved them in this map. I think the other map wouldn't have that such strong shotgun gameplays, so there might be room for less shotgun gameplays, more like team plays showing up. So hopefully they're going to get the second map and a chance to get that map secured, going back into the third map, eventually picking up finally.
Okay, so less individual plays coming in, making sure you're playing your strategic game, because at this high level, there are so many things that you do have to really worry about. Managing your health, baiting and switching out opponents, making sure that you're body blocking for low health teammates. Now, how do you manage that kind of communication? Because there's so much going on with your enemies coming in, trying to tell everyone about your health. What goes into the communication for these teams when you're in the match?
Well, I spoke about before that, like, in these kind of games, communication is very vital. I know KM said that, you know, they go most based on instinct, which is fair enough. It's very rare you see anything like that. But in terms of business of communication, it's all about small talk. So not just saying, I'll go here, I'll go here. It's the very small talk you need to rely on. Stuff like, I'm trying to stay alive, or anything very, very minor can cause such a huge impact. And I feel like now, you could see that Israel eSports are learning that as they progress. And it's very scary because this is their second match and they've learned that much already. So even if they get to winners' finals, maybe even the grand finals, you know, this could be a bit too early to call. Then this is a very scary team, and I'm really looking forward to see exactly how far they can go here.
All right, will Israel eSports be able to close it out? We're moving on to map number 2 between Israel eSports and Yakuza. Casters, drive this one home.
Thanks, guys. We are nearing the end of our day 1 here at the Season 1 LA Finals, and it's getting close. Like, it's just like Who's getting knocked down to the lower bracket?
Yeah. And I think that, with the back and forth we had in map 1, I don't think you can really say that one team over the other has a really strong footing. I do want to give a slight advantage to Israel because just being able to be resilient, after losing the point initially, you came right back out of the respawn. You took it straight back from them when it looked like it could have snowballed out of control.
Yeah, they definitely didn't let it bring them down. So let's take a fly through into our map number 2. Could this be the last map? Farming complex, or will we take it to a map number 3?
Yeah, farming complex. This is a classic Guns of Boom map, and you see a lot of open area, a lot of lanes to snipe off the bat. You see a lot of players rocking the scout for that movement speed to try to beat everybody else to the point. Quick switch on the quick B. Here's Tal. Can he get the first kill? What's the Spleen picking up first blood here? And he able to roll around. He dies over and picking up another kill, so they take an early lead. That is
Absolutely. Ooh, double kill coming in for Yakuza Optimus, but unfortunately taken out here. And they're just kind of catching up right here as they're going to try to take away on C-Hill to be able to get a double cap right here, which will help capture that point back up to be able to meet up with Israel eSports, but unfortunately, Tal says no.
And then off on the backside, Spleen picks up another kill, looking to cap C. He is going to start that process right now. On the other side, here, Tal actually goes down to Optimus. The Spleen still trying to get this cap. It looks like he will get that one. And up by 100 points right now are Israel eSports. But understand, control point is first to 1,200, so it's a long road here. 100 points is not a massive lead by any stretch.
Yeah, getting control of B is huge. Israel eSports has been able to hold on to that for most of the time, which is why their points have skyrocketed. But here we have B is being overrun by Yakuza.
Danos picks up one. Can he pick up a second? He gets the shot.
Oh my God!
On target. Got him down. He gets the kill.
They're going for a triple cap.
They're going for it. Can they get it? One more. Taking it down is Ipolox. And throwing the nade behind Spleen, trying to cover his back. They pick up B, but C goes down, so they will not get that triple cap.
Goku and Optimus come in and say, I'm sorry, were you trying to take B?
No B for you, and Thanos coming in trying to protect C. He does get there, but the point was neutralized, so they get a few points. And fighting back into this game is Yakuza right now. It's a 40-point difference. They were down 220 points.
Absolutely, because as they were taking away, they were trying to triple cap many times, as they were just a second ago. So many times, they are keeping Israel from even getting points.
They have the lead, Lucy. Thanos got a killing spree, picked that up, and now looking for more kills. Flying around on that one. Los actually gets the kill, and Ilos here on the point, going to look to keep capping, but it is so close right now, neck and neck, halfway through this game.
Yeah, as you saw that those double kills and what have you compounded really helped Israel get that lead for a second. Unfortunately, is favoring Yakuza yet again.
And J-Master getting the kill with a knife there. He's trying to force his way onto A. He does so. The Spleen elsewhere, he gets a double kill, trying to fight for point B. And he's trying to get that cap, but it's still in control. And now they finally take that back over. But gaining a lead is Yakuza. Coming back and closing in on Israel. The Spleen, the only man there, couldn't make it happen. J-Master picks up a double kill.
There it is. They're just steamrolling through the cap A. They're capping B. Now Optimus pushing into C to try to defuse that and cap it as well.
60-point difference. Israel trying to fight back into this. They had a 200-point lead at one point in the game very early, and now it's Yakuza hanging on to this lead.
Oh my goodness!
Less than 200 points to go. Thanos gets the double kill. Trying to a point. Do they get the cap onto A? That will be big. All it is for Israel is C. That's all they have. They're trying to push up. The Spleen and Goku trade, and now so close. 100 points. The Spleen and his team are going to look to take B. J-Master can't do it. The Spleen takes him down, and they're trying to come back, but there's 30 points left here for Yakuza to win, and they're going to do it unless they can somehow cap this point. They're not going to.
There it is.
We're going to map 3.
There's Yakuza. Well played. They were holding those points so well. It was like it was as if, I don't know, they were born for that map.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have much more to say to, yeah, they were born, raised on that farm.
Yeah, I was going to make farm references about, being raised.
I mean, they raised
I'm
that
keep
cow
it
that you love so much.
I know, I love the cow. It's so
great.
cute. I won one, just a little one. But they did a great job, fantastic. We are now going into a map number 3 very shortly. Wow, that's, I guess, the way you're gonna have to close it out. This is the finals, so you gotta max out all your opportunities. So you guys, that is it for us. It's been fantastic. Thank you so much. We're gonna send it over. Oh no, I'm a guy. You know, I'm
said
already
one more
checked
map.
out. I did just say one more map. Literally, somebody just replaced me right now. Who wants to sit down? I'm gonna, you camera guy, you sit here. Anyways, boys, take it over.
Lisa, you're irreplaceable. What do you mean? You stay there, you do your job. You've been doing fantastic. And speaking of doing fantastic right now, Yakuza keeping this alive, and now we're going to another map. 3, Stannis.
I thought there won't be much more there. I felt like, I felt like this is it. This is it for day 1, and I'm like, yeah, sure. Of course, Yakuza is going down to the losers bracket. No doubt about it. And then they're making that comeback. It's just like, I don't have emotions in me for this anymore, man. Like,
yeah, we see that map. The distances between the points are so far. There's so many flanking routes. How did Yakuza actually manage to maintain control of the points to be able to come back into this?
Well, this is the thing. At one stage, we even spoke about it before. We were like, well, Yakuza seem like they've lost a bit of steam, but Thanos made some fantastic plays. It was so weak on so many occasions, but he always made sure he was always getting the first shot on some of the unorthodox positions, but as well, he would flank at the same time. He was so aggressive no matter how weak he was. But one of the main things is the fact that I felt like Israel eSports, just as a whole, the entire team, just fell apart a little bit and came a lot more separated. You see, some of the times when they're controlling the points, they weren't sticking together whilst capturing them, and they made some of those assumptions here and there. So this map 3, they really need to bring that momentum back, like I spoke before.
Now, for Yakuza, did they make the adjustment that you were looking for? Were they playing more team style, or was it, of course, Israel kind of losing steam?
Yeah, I think they made a couple of great adjustments here. I would say that this map it relies more on technical stuff. It really feels like, you know, they have the game knowledge, so they know when to throw nades, where to throw them, so the choke points are controlled. And early on, you can see a couple times where the guys won the duels because they knew they would come out of this point, and they threw a nade before, giving away like the whole position they will control. So I'm looking forward for now because they can probably build up on that momentum. And I'm biased once again. I'm very sorry, guys, but you know, I can't be not biased, but I want these guys to win because there's a story behind it with the guy who played with Black Bulls, now plays in Yakuza, brought it back here. So I really want to see that going in the grand finals.
All right, and they are so close. They are so close. There are 2 more matches just to try and make it over there to wait for the losers bracket to the lower bracket to see who they will face off against the grand finals. But of course, lots of opponents still in their way right now. For Yakuza, it's Israel. Now, I got to get predictions, guys. We got 1 more map. Stannis, who do you think is going to take this map number 3 and move on in the upper bracket?
So I'm thinking Israel is all about momentum. And if the way that I perceive them is correct, right now they're probably going to go off balance and lose this one. But if they manage to win it, then they are, again, evolving.
All right, Lethal?
Well, what I was going to say was with Israel eSports, I think they could take it, but only depending on the game type it is, but also, you know, bring a little bit more momentum here, rely a little bit more on instinct, because I think relying on instinct seems to be more in their favor compared to their tactics. But, you know, if they bring momentum like they did in that earlier series, it'll be a fantastic way to say, you know, maybe a Cinderella story, having a direct invite and then making it to the winners finals.
That would be fantastic. But, of course, we got your opinion. Yakuza, you want to see them in the finals, but do you think they will get there?
I think they have an advantage now because of the momentum they have going on, and also because they have an experience in offline. They have played at the Katowice, and the other team hasn't played because they are invited. So I kind of think that if they are able to use their experience from the offline to keep the focus, because Guns Boom goes fast, the game delivers extremely fast. 5 minutes is a very short game when you're playing it, so you really have to focus and you have to deliver at that special moment, not 5 minutes after. And if they are able to build on that momentum, I think Yakuza is going to take it.
Yeah, time flies, and now we are on our final map here, and it's been a long day, but honestly, these maps have just been going by so quickly, and now we are on to the final map here. It is, of course, Israel and Yakuza trying to lock up their final spot in the winner's bracket. We'll see who moves on. We will go ahead and send it back one last time to the caster desk to close out the day.
I would like to say that it's for sure this time. Guaranteed, Lucy, the last map.
Who left me here? Like, hey guys, I'm still here. And hopefully you are too. Hopefully, actually, you just joined, and this is your first time seeing me. Hi, Lisa Malambry again. For the last time, don't worry. For today with Jorby, the last map, the third of this matchup with Israel eSports versus Yakuza. And as the guys were saying, I mean, Yakuza has been very strong throughout this actual matchup. And even though Israel won that first map, they came in kind of towards the end there to overtake. So really, if you want to see a balance of who is being more powerful and playing their best, it seems Yakuza is bringing it. But can Israel find that momentum to be able to take map 3 home?
And it's Thanos again. I mean, the man popped off on the last game to be able to give Yakuza the lead back. So I'm really just not surprised at this point. I mean, the guy is absolutely nuts when he's on the field here in Guns of Boom, and I'll expect more of the same. If Thanos plays like that, I'm not sure Israel can beat them.
I mean, that's why he named himself Thanos, I guess. He's just like...
Look, this is Thanos without the Infinity Stones. Just imagine what he's like when he's got it fully powered.
I know, right? This guy is insane. So let's take a look and fly through our last map right now, Paradise Island.
Paradise Island, I like it.
King of the Hill,
King
baby.
of the Hill. We're talking about 2 bulls, and not the black bulls, 2 other bulls locking horns here, trying to grab control. And this is an interesting point just because it is wide open. So you're trying to control the point, and you're going to get shot from every angle. The last game of the day. Who will move on to the winner final? Goku picking up the first kill, but it is responded thusly with a ton of trades. Goku against iPollox, he picks it up, and Goku pops off early here for Yakuza.
And here it is, Israel coming back in from Respawn, getting a team wipe out the gate.
Goku got just clopped.
Yeah, he had not a lot of health, and so unfortunately it was pretty easy picking.
Oh, and then taking it back, and Tao's able to grab that. He has no health, so he's trying to use that pillar for cover, but he does go down. Goku coming straight back, so that cap will not last long for Israel. But he goes down as soon as he comes back in. Israel hanging on to the point. Double kill here for Los. Los almost gets the triple, but Thanos able to recover. Immediately shot, knocked down. They will not let Yakuza cap that off.
Yeah, nobody is capping this hill right now. No one's earning any capture points. It's all based at this very moment on kills. Oh.
No one trying to find the snipe, but instead he found someone to his side, picked up the kill anyway. How about Optimus over here? Now trying to provide cover for his team to cap this point. It looks like Israel may finally get a cap here initially. The spleen as well on that point. Oh, I'm sorry, it was the other way around. Yakuza finding that first one, and it's a 100-point lead right now for Yakuza. Look at Optimus back here. He's just sitting, picking people off, and another kill here. He's on a killing spree.
Oh, and there he got him. He's just healing up a little bit, but wasn't enough health. Thanos, they just keep going back and forth in this hill. They grab it for a little bit, and then they come in, someone else takes it away, and then they hold it for a little bit, and someone just comes in and takes it away. They're going back and forth. Everyone wants to stay in the upper bracket.
And now, again, the trades are still happening. Goku trying to take control of this point. They have amassed a 220-point lead here against Israel eSports. An opposite story of what we saw from the first game. Again, this is 1,000 points, and they're already more than halfway there, just dominating right now. Optimus has been unchallenged over here. Look at this. He's been sitting here the whole time, just picking everybody off. Look at this man right now.
Headshots coming in, just sitting back. Everyone's running straight.
Unstoppable.
Wow.
That's huge points for Yakuza. You heard them on stage getting hype. Goku trying to stay alive. He's going to go down. So Israel maintains control of this point, but they have a long road ahead of them. They pull within 200. Is it enough, Lucy?
I mean, they're getting really close, but Yakuza, they're holding on really strong. And Israel, I mean, look at this right here. The kills coming in very hugely for the point deficit here.
They're almost within 100 now. That was a huge team fight to win. The spleen takes out Optimus. Optimus wasn't even looking at him. And now the spleen looking for another kill against Thanos. He picks it up with no help. The double kill. Los gets a grenade on top of it. J-Master in trouble, but he gets the kill. Retains the lead here for Yakuza.
They're holding it down. Now everyone is respawning essentially from coming in with full health, full armor, and they're taking it, just going head to head right here, right in the center, trying to get control of this hill.
Oh, and Yakuza gets one kill, but Israel take control of the point again. Can they get the cap? They are within 100 points, but Yakuza's within 100 points of winning. Goku gets 2 kills. Goku taking control of the point. The grenade takes out the armor. It's not enough, and he goes down. Butchered there by Yakuza. 30 points left. They're going to take control of this point. Thanos with a nade out. Here comes Yakuza. They win the game. They move to the winner final.
Congratulations to Yakuza. I mean, goodness, that was a very hard-fought King of the Hill for today. So much back and forth, neck and neck. I mean, you'd think they had a little bit more time. Israel might have been able to hang in there. I mean, it was just a matter of hitting the 1,000 points first.
Optimus. One word. unstoppable. That man just had one spot to pick from, and it wasn't even that, you know, he did get the unstoppable killing spree, but at the same token, it's like he wasn't getting a ton of kills late while he was sitting there. It was just providing pressure. That pressure put Israel on their back heels. They didn't know how to approach the point because Optimus had it locked down. And then you had pushing forward as well. Goku had that front point knocked down constantly. It was such good play from Yakuza. What a series that was to end the day.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Way to close us out. And I'm for certain this time, guys. This is it for us. I've been Lisa Malambry, and with me, Jorby. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Gonna go ahead and kick it over to the analyst desk so they can close out the show. Guys.
You guys did a standout job. Thank you so much. Relieved of duty. Guys, go home. But we're not quite done yet because we do have to just unpack this entire match. And so much happened. Again, we went to another 3-map series. What happened throughout the entire series, Harry?
You saw straight away, but don't get me wrong, you saw from the Israel eSports squad, but they went for the hill straight away. But the advantage the other team had is the fact they've had so many different angles covered, but there's not really so much they can do. Yeah, sure, fair enough, you know, the Israel eSports team are sticking together as a bunch, as a trio, as all four. But the thing is, though, if you're getting shot from multiple angles and you're giving them the first opportunity to get some damage dealt, they're never getting taken out so many times. But in that first half, you saw that point was neutralized so much. No one could really capture it because they're just trading off each other so well. But you saw from then with Yakuza, of course, I know you'll speak about in a bit, is the fact that Optus went completely off with the sniper. I just felt like they weren't really answering the call to at least try and flank round to at least get behind, or maybe try and get something going to defeat Optimus to stop him from the sniping. So I think maybe a lot less togetherness and more collapsing, more just actually flanking round would have helped them quite a bit. But by then, they found the answer, but it was just that little bit too late.
That's absolutely right. And angles, that's what Paradise is all about, especially when you're fighting on that one point. And that's why we get to see snipers coming back. And Optimus had one hell of a game on that last map.
I've seen something extremely exotic in esports right now. It's Optimus and it's Liquidator. Because Liquidator hasn't been surfacing for a long time. I mean, like, and the way he used it. So he went for an unstoppable. It means, just think about it. It's 8 kills without dying. That is what it takes to get an unstoppable. And the thing with the Liquidator is that you do a little bit of damage with a potential kill afterwards when your living bomb perk explodes. And he managed to be like less of a threat for everyone. Nobody thought about it like, this was a little bit of damage coming. And then you boom, you're dead 8 times in a row. And that really, I feel like Optimus took the game for Yakuza there. Even without that, it feels like they had an upper hand, but that was like the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, you're also limited on ammo. You have to make every single shot count, and he was hitting those headshots, and those really was like a big difference maker, especially because, of course, the point multiplier, the longer you're alive and getting these eliminations. So yeah, Optimus did a fantastic job here, and you know, at this point, it's breaking down to in our final matches of the day tomorrow, we're going to have back-to-back versus Yakuza here. We thought we were going to see Black Bulls, but instead, it's back-to-back and Yakuza in the winners finals. But we still have 4 more teams still alive in the lower bracket. Of course, Israel now is going to be facing off against Amplified, and Black Bulls will be facing off against Hyped. And so those are going to be the matches that we will see tomorrow, and then we'll get through the lower bracket, we'll get to the grand finals. But now, of course, we got Optimus once again here. Optimus, we sung you so many praises. Now, you know, I'm going to let Stannis ask the question.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
As an unstoppable, and I just want to know, like, why did you take Liquidator, and how did you, like, come across the idea to use it like that?
Okay, so this map, this was the old tactic when I was in my last clan, was Prof. We used it a lot before the Barracuda. The Liquidator was my favorite gun all the time. The Liquidator is a gun that was amazing before the other guns come out. And we tried this tactic because nobody do it the tactic anymore in Paradise. Everybody rush, rush, rush. And I'm very good with this sniper, with the Barracuda, with the Liquidator. And I just shoot, and when the people was on the when the players get to the point, they was very, very weak. Then the other teams can make my teammates can make the kills. And it was easy to kill inside. And the unstoppable, it was like, I don't know. I didn't give attention. I just shoot, 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 shoot.
It feels like you discovered like a new thing in the meta, like because I didn't see anybody do that.
No, nobody used it, and this was our surprise.
Yeah, I mean, you did need to pull out all the tricks because we know that, you know, Israel eSports, they like to ride the momentum. They are an emotion-based team, and when they're feeling good and they're, you know, hitting their shots, they continue to have that confidence. And so when you start off on the back foot, when you lose the first map, like, how do you deal with that? How do you come back from that?
It's like I was so high from the game.
That's to finish the adrenaline.
I just
going
think
through.
about the game. So again, can I ask the question again?
Oh, no. So, you know, after losing that first map, you know, and having Israel being such a very momentum-based team that, you know, they want to continue to push that, how did you slow it down and make sure you played your own game going into the second map?
We said, I will tell you the secrets behind the bracket. Okay? We didn't choose farming. We don't like this map, but probably we'll start now. We'll start to pick this map, and we tell to the guys, if we lose, we go to the bracket, the loser bracket, and it will be very hard to go to keep further with the cup. We must to calm down. We know how we play. We can play perfect, and we did it. And we start bad in farming. We start very bad, like 300 points, 200 to them, and then we come back and come back and come back. And if you have faith, you can do it.
I was going to say, because it's been a tough ride going into this bracket, and I felt like with some of these teams in the winners bracket, you know, the loser bracket is actually the side which is really, really stacked. So, of course, you guys are not just playing for your lives. It's, you know, a very difficult spot because if you do fall into losers bracket, there's so many good teams you have to go through, and it's very, very hard. How do you feel now that you've guaranteed top 3 and you're playing in the winners finals tomorrow?
It's like we're in very high. I don't speak with the guys because I come immediately here. We didn't talk about it yet, but we feel excited. We wait for tomorrow. I be honest, I really don't know if in the start if we will come and do it like this. We think that okay, we come, we do have fun here, we do fun with the guys, we meet all the guys from the Guns of Boom, and let's go for it. Let's enjoy for the game. And now when we get to the semi-final, it's like wow, we're in another position. When we go to play against back-to-back, that's a great team we're going to face tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting for both of the sides and both of the guys that sit at home and watch the stream.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, just save your expectations, just play your own game and try to make it as far as you can, but also enjoy the ride along. That's the best thing about having LANs, having this offline experience that, you know, you're finally meeting people that you've been playing against for so long. So how has it been like to, you know, just be able to hang out and just be one of the guys and just, you know, have fun with them?
The guys is amazing, all the guys, like everybody is good guy, everybody is great guys. Like the first time was a little bit of cold to see everybody because you don't understand who is this. So you don't say the private name, you said your nickname. Oh, Optimus. Oh, Karut. Oh, that's so funny.
We all know that, yeah.
Because the people from Poland, you see them, you see who is the guys there. But in the United States, no. So I tell you another story, another secret. I have players that I don't know their real name. I just say, hey, Ninja, what's up?
All right, thank you so much, Optimus. And now you guys are going to be able to go back home to your hotel, get some well-deserved rest, and come back fresh for tomorrow's matches because those are going to be heaters. But let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule for tomorrow. We've got lots of more matches for you. Went through 8 today. We've got plenty more. So we're going to be starting it off on the lower bracket. It looks like Israel eSports taking off against Amplified. And our next match will be Black Bulls taking on Hyped. Now, in the upper bracket finals, it is going to be back-to-back versus Yakuza. One of these teams have to lose, and they get set down to the lower bracket. Which matchup of these